Hi guys, it's Marie signing in again. Just a big shout out to everyone who took place and was part of the Mental Illness Awareness Week Champions of Mental Health Awards. It was a wonderful experience, and thank you to Laura, Matt, Janessa, and the team with Fleshman Hiller to make that day possible for all five of us and the recipients. It truly was memorable. Um, Basically, I'm going to be continuing to post up videos about mental illness as long as you guys want me to. There are some comments that I'd seen below in regards to what you guys want me to post on the YouTube channel. So if you keep that coming, I'd be more than happy to post more videos in the future about the topics that you prefer. And I usually limit my videos to less than 6 minutes because of uploading purposes and just in short in terms of what I have to say. Um, I could go on longer, but hopefully the information I provide to you in each video is sufficient. So I wanted to touch base with you guys because I gotten a note or a comment on one of my videos in regards to what are the concrete solutions or recovery steps I use to maintain a well balanced lifestyle with mental health. And that kind of goes way back to when I was 15, 10 years ago. And it was a really long process because with mental illness, you feel like you're so alone and you're going through a lot of turmoil mentally that nothing really helps unless you get back on track. But over the years, I kind of had to take responsibility for the illness. I couldn't blame my doctors. I couldn't blame God. I couldn't blame, the medication that didn't work. I couldn't blame my genetics, my family, my friends. I didn't even blame myself. What I did was I took total responsibility for this illness. And just as much as someone studies an undergrad degree and wants to get good grades so that they can graduate, the same case for me in terms took place in terms of getting better and getting well. And there were a lot of things that I had to maintain in order to be well 110% and hopefully recover at the end of my journey with mental illness. And I'm not quite there yet, but I'm almost there. And so maintaining a balanced lifestyle is important, but you ask, what's a balanced lifestyle? What did you do to be mentally alert every day and maintain a well balanced lifestyle? Like, what did you do? I had to distract myself. I had to really summon all my energy, all my thoughts, all my worries into a bucket, basically. That bucket for me was a release. And that release for me were outlets such as church. Um, for me, I particularly wanted to read the Bible because it calmed my spirits and that helped a lot. I had to confide and talk openly with my doctors and my family. My parents were always wondering how I was feeling inside. And you have to be very, very verbal with your illness. You can't keep it locked up inside. Sometimes I would talk by myself in my room, pretending I was talking to my doctor, and it helped because you release those negative energies, you release the fear of being unknown. Even if you're talking to yourself alone in your room, you're hearing yourself speak, and so talking to yourself like you were in a therapy session on your own by yourself is so therapeutic. And things, I kind of think that a lot of the time I studied my illness when I was on the bus. I studied my illness when I had free time. And at that time I was on and off in relationships with boys, and it took me a long time to realize that my health was always supposed to be number one. And so in order to get through all that difficulty, I really had to own the illness. I had to own my mind. And that sentence, owning your mind, was a phrase that was used in the award ceremony by the maitre d', and she had mentioned that she was bulimic for a long time, and she really couldn't control her urges to be bulimic because she didn't own her mind. You own your mind when you have thought long and hard about the ways that you can better yourself and how you can deal with the ongoing stressors that make you ill. And so you really have to sit down with yourself and ask, what do you want? What do you want from life? What do you want from yourself? What do you want from your faith? And inevitably, what matters the most is that you decide where you want to be in the next 4 years. And if your wish is to be mentally stable, then do whatever you can to talk it through with yourself, with your doctors, with your family, with your friends, and release it, because someone with mental illness has so much to release, has so many, buried emotions and feelings that really you can't let go of them unless you talk about them. And of course, there was my faith. I spent a lot of time in meditation and therapy sessions that dealt with cognitive therapy. But a lot of the time, just my thoughts. If I was able to think it through and rationalize and think objectively, that the world isn't ending. I'm going to stop catastrophizing. I'm going to stop thinking about the negative part of my life. I'm going to step up my game and be a woman. And I'm not going to let the illness define me. And furthermore, just keep on track with how you feel every day. If you feel differently one day, it may be different the next day. If you're going through another episode, just remember that you've been through it before and you know what happened after. You were fine. If you went through an episode and it happened again, it's just a cycle, and it doesn't kill you. It just makes you feel less, competent, and you just have to fight that. So I wish I could talk more for this video, but I hope this had helped in regards to what concrete outlets had helped. They're not exactly concrete, but they're things that you can think about. So really, really take charge of your illness, and claim your mind. That's what I have to say. In any case, thanks so much for tuning in. I'm signing off, so I'll hopefully talk to you guys again in the future. In any case, if you have any ideas of what you want to be posted, just let me know. Okay, bye.